Number 6 is the WPS. So if you look at 6 and then you look at the second bullet point of number 7, that's the WPS.
Who is the community in this charter?
All users, associated companies, anybody who touches EOS becomes part of the community.
How does the community? Okay, so the community, anyone basically can. Okay.
Referendum.
Referendum. Yes. But in Korea, where I think it indeed to set the max value. That the
okay.
That the 4% is the max value.
I'm happy with adding a 5% cap, or whatever cap you want.
Yes.
Remember the conversation. We left it unmentioned because it's in the code. So it can be altered by the community referendum, but it's in the code right now, so it exists at 5.
Yeah, I would say that if we have a WPS to be established through referendum, that same referendum could change that 5% to 8, because you can change the constitution by referendum as well.
I agree, that's a possibility.
And if there's something in the code that is not in the constitution, or the other way around, the constitution is a contract. So I would say the code needs to be adapted at the end of the day to the constitution. Well, anyway, this is technically legal, but I'm basically the reason I didn't. I'm a bit hesitant. Okay, I'm fine with having referenda to make decisions. I think that's the ideal world. It should work like that. But that's not. Principally, I'm not against it. But practically, you know, I'm not sure if we will get enough votes to get the a referendum passed. If it's been.
You're correct. That's a big risk. And I have one disagreement. The ideal world is not referendum. The ideal world is just let me make the decisions.
Yeah, well, that's the way actually that's the way I wrote the charter. So
let David make the decisions.
Yeah, like the block producers are the representative of the voters. They do the work. They make the decisions, and if they fail to do so, the voters vote for someone else. Well, and the constitution is the one document that gets scrutinized through referendum because it's the most important document. So
I don't like giving all that power to the BPs.
No one does.
Yeah, I don't trust them. Even when they're good BPs, I don't trust them because they're businesses. And businesses have different incentives than a governing body.
Yes.
But no one holds ears for fun. I mean, it's all business, isn't it?
I hold it for fun, but I'm strange. I'm here for the governance.
I don't have many.
Yeah. Let's change it to the Russian way. The Russian way is not the language they used, which I kind of hate, but let's put in the cap of 5%.
You mean to copy article from Russian and insert here?
Take the article from the Korean, insert here, and add a cap of not to exceed 5%.
Yes.
Guys, unmute please yourself who's breathing so hard. Someone looks like running marathon.
Max,
Yeah.
뮤트하세요.
Yeah?
뮤트하십시오.
You?
마이크로폰 끄세요.
I'm sorry.
숨소리 좀 컸어요.
제가 이거 펑티모 차이니즈 유튜버 따라한다고 이해했었어요. 죄송합니다.
디마.
Yeah. So what do you David again?
其实
Please. David again, please.
不写也行，因为你说我吗？
我听不到你说什么。
就是现在可以吗？
对对对。
就是 inflation 大家讨论是要写是吧？就是如果大家讨论要写的话，就是要写的 open 一点，然后把 Marx 写上去就可以了。剩下的都公投，剩下的都下一步公投去做。如果把 inflation 拿掉也是可以的，因为下面有他们自己的 WPS 的公投。
You mean take out inflation at all? 就所有的 inflation 删掉或者是怎么样
？Yes, maybe we can. 看 UTD band, UTD, up your opinion. This take away the inflation maybe is another choice. Also we can put the Russia variant in here.
But we need to find solution.
Can I do a suggestion, guys? Because I don't feel comfortable with having all these referenda to tell you the truth, because it took us like weeks before we got to 15% when we launched the mainnet. So I'm not sure 50% is going to take the trouble to vote at all. Couldn't we have like 2 referendum turnout thresholds? Like one is for the big thing, like the constitution, that may even be like 20%, etc. The way or 15, like it's drafted now. And we have a second referendum for the more or less nitty-gritty stuff that doesn't require a certain percentage, in order to at least get a decision out, because we're running risks here without it being necessary that we run risks.
You mean the same 2 referendums in the same time?
No, I just mean we have like 2 thresholds, or maybe just 1 threshold to change the constitution, and no threshold when we are going to change the WPS, or I don't know. That might do 2 things that will empower the community in a meaningful way. It will not give power to the block producers, as I did in my version of the constitution, and it will be doable because there will be an outcome at the end of the day. So let's say we don't have a threshold for a referendum regarding the WPS, but it has to run for at least 2 weeks or something, or a month, and there has to be like 51% of the votes before in favor of something like that. Or we have like anyone can put a proposal in, then the 2 with the largest amount of votes goes to the second round, and there's a decision between the 2 of us, between the 2 of those. If we don't have a threshold, all of this is quite easy, from a governance perspective, because there will always be like David people that will vote, or other people that think it's important, like myself, of course, but I don't have much.
I agree, and I agree that the threshold, given so complicated thing for make constitution applied, because I think in the right time period of market, when not so many holders and people just a lot of weak hands, is really hard to get to that level what we wrote in the summertime when the price was totally different. So it's totally different conditions what we have now, and we will use the same conditions of amendment, like applying to the constitution. we cannot go through it. I think that's my opinion. 30 days on the period 120 days. 120 days is 4 months. Is really long time.
Hold on, I need to translate for Max. Max, 지금 말씀은
예.
저기 헌법 바꾸려면 지금 레퍼런덤 기준 괜찮은데요.
예.
조그만 거, 뭐 WPS 같은 것은
예.
저기 낮은 threshold로 하면 어떨까? 15% 너무 어려웠어.
괜찮죠.
He says, okay, sounds good. My
Okay.
suggestion, though, Yetzi, is you said 51, but no threshold. That allows whales to jimmy the system.
I don't know.
It's probably better if we say 60% in favor with no threshold. It's hard for the whales to override a 60% majority. It's not hard for them to override a 51%. Let's go to the next section and leave inflation for now, because Yetzi only has 15 more minutes with us.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
It's all right, no problem. So the next section is the votes.
No, it isn't. You're looking at the Russian Constitution.
Oh, sorry, it's my bad. All right. So the next section is votes.
Yes.
I think we discussed this already.
All green.
All agree. Owner, one vote per token. All agree.
Yep.
Maybe.
So instead
Yes.
of 30 votes per one token, we have 1 vote per token.
No, 1 vote is 30 BPs.
Yeah, I think that needs to go in there too, David.
Okay. Whoever has access, type it, please.
I make access for you guys right now because I need to translate for Russian guys. They're asking what we're talking about.
Yetzi, can you type?
Wait, I will make it. All right, right now everyone can type.
I shouldn't be typing it. I have arthritis and I'm very slow.
Jesse, can you type? Is it all right? Everyone have access for typing?
Hello, David Margaret.
Yes?
Do you agree that 1 vote per token?
Wait, I'm reading right now.
Oh.
Now it's more clear.
Yes.
Hi.
Denise?
Can you hear me? Yep. I am the Russian guy with bad English. It's easier to talk.
All right, all right. Wait. I
Now,
want to introduce you a little bit, guys. Denise is one of the people who drafted Russian Constitution together with us in Russian calls roughly a month ago, or 1.5 months ago. So I asked him to participate our call as well, to hear his opinion, because he have been in the EOS and another project from Dan Larimer for a long period of time.
yep, I'm part of Standby BP blockchain. We are not very popular BP, but we try to do our best. And about this point, select up to 30 BPs. As I understand, EOS members can vote on not only for BPs, for Constitution and others. So if we talk about how many votes have EOS members, we should talk about Constitution and other too. And about threshold for referendums for Constitution VPS, yes, understand. I agree that for VPS and other we should have less threshold, but we should understand what actually less, like 30%, 50%, and other. So
Yeah. He asking about to comment how high should the threshold for applying WPS or in other documents. What is your suggestion, guys, for WPS or in other documents?
What Yetzi said before about no threshold for other documents, but what I added was not 51% in favor, but 60% in favor.
Chetsi, we cannot hear you. You're unmuted, I think.
No, not on my screen. I am.
Yeah.
You can hear.
No, it's good.
Okay. Well, the way I look at it is like it's kind of technical, I guess. It is important to get a decision, and if you put like large thresholds, like difference between if you have requirements like 60%, David, that would mean that also then you may not reach a solution. And from my point of view, it's a mechanism to get things done. And it's the community that decides. Yes. And I know, we shouldn't, maybe we should be afraid of whales, maybe not. I found it difficult to assess whether they're good always or bad always. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. But we need a mechanism that's actually functioning.
Yes.
So that's why I suggested to get rid of the thresholds and all the other elements. And if the community can come up with proposals, you can have a referendum. There's no thresholds. There are multiple proposals. Maybe, it shouldn't be done more than once a year or so, because otherwise you will have referenda all week, maybe each day. We should think about that too. And then you have like 5 or 4, I don't know, like we have the Constitution now, you have like 5 or 6 versions. There's going to be a first round, and the second round you end up with 2, and then the one that gets 51% of the votes gets through. That would be my idea for now.
We could use Galton-style preferential voting, where the votes are ranked from most preferred to least preferred. Whoever gets the least votes is discarded, and then it's a runoff between 2.
Yeah, fine. If there's a runoff at the end, we sure we get a decision.
This is a bit complicated question, actually.
Oh, another thing I want to share is that Daniel, that the BM has suggested to remove the 4% WPS. Do you know?
Remember, Dan is the one who put it in the Constitution in the code in the first place. He changed his mind because he panicked at the low voter turnout and the high rate of whale influence. So it was a reaction to FUD. I don't think that just because Dan said it, we should follow it. We should value whether it's a good idea or not whether Dan said it.
Yes.
I know, Dave, I know in
we
China,
don't follow
Dan,
what Dan has said, but what?
It's hard to say, guys. I think WPS should be decided on not in Constitution, because we're really easy to fail with this, and then we easy need to make changes on it in future. That's why I say, like, guys, let's this kind of really fragile schemes which we didn't try before. Let's do not put it on Constitution. Let's make Constitution more solid and more strong, so we don't need to change it. The WPS and arbitration, put additional document, make voting on additional document with a lower threshold. In such case, if something goes wrong, you can easily change it. You don't need to go to touch Constitution in such case.
What we've done for the WPS is getting the WPS approved requires the referendum. But once it's approved, the WPS group has the power to set much lower thresholds based on the amount of money being requested. And it's a much easier voting process. Doesn't have to go to referendum.
Then how to
getting WPS passed is a referendum. Once it's passed, the things that go through the WPS have a very low threshold, and they go through the WPS portal rather than the entire world.
So in future, the funds, when they get to the WPS, will be placed by the people who working on WPS, as I understand. That's what you're talking about.
The proposals that are sent to WPS to be approved do not require referendum. They do require the community to vote, but they do not require 15%.
Yes.
So we looked at the same problem you're describing now, where constant referendums are very hard and very tiring.
So who vote those votes? In such case,
everybody, community members.
You got 2% and then it's okay, right?
If that's the threshold that the WPS group sets, yes. The first set thresholds will be set by the emergency committee, and they will be based on the amount of money being requested for a project. So a project that requests 1,000 tokens will probably not require a community vote. One that requires 20,000 tokens will require a community vote at, say, 5%. One that requires 100,000 tokens might require 20% or 12%.
You're right. I agree with this. This is reasonable. But this should be where it should be wrote? In which document it should be wrote?
The WPS documentation.
Then, guys, I just see that what we made with the about the. No, it was about the.
That's the Russian Constitution.
Yeah. The solution should be described in WPS agreement document.
Yes. The Koreans say the same thing. The community should make the WPS.
Yeah, so, I do agree it shouldn't be detailed in the Constitution. Only the rough and fundamental outlines of the WPS should be there.
Jesse, what if we will take this as a frame? What you would like to change in this in this article about inflation? Because it has in itself a changeable percentage. Here we say, but no more than 5%.
Well, the hardest thing to do is writing an agreement live with other people. I found I'll have to brood on it and look at it and make it consistent with the rest of the. I have to kind of professionalize it a little in order to fit in with the rest of the language of the Constitution.
Yeah, this I
But no
agree with
worries,
you.
I got the idea. So my fundamental question for now is, do we agree on having a lower or no threshold referendum to establish the WPS as such, or do we not?
Yes, I agree. I agree with this. I agree with this. And I think David, Denise, Max.
Yeah.
Yep.
Max, 지금 물어보는 것은
예.
저기 WPS approve 하려고 referendum 말고 또 낮은 수준으로 approve 하면 어떨까?
그러니까 그 지금 우리가 하는 국민투표 말고 그거보다 더 낮게.
예. 뭐 15% 말고 10%. 예를 들어서.
예, 더 좋죠.
He says, yeah, 좋죠.
何老师，
Yeah,
何
good.
老师，
Good show.
何老师，你同意吗？
Okay, I think, guys, that's a real fundamental decision. I'm happy we came to that, and I think that this will make this constitution a lot more workable, and also with a big bang, the best solution, you know, compared to all the other ones. Thank you.
Great.
All right, good. Jesse, I have a questions to you. When you drafting constitution, you do it by yourself, or you consulting with someone, or what is your method?
I write it myself.
He's a lawyer. He's done this for years.
Yeah, I know. That's
Okay.
that's why I'm asking, because maybe like he from US Amsterdam, and maybe he talking with his colleagues, or kind of this thing.
Well, I do, of course. We have discussions about about our ideas and how we work with this. Yeah, but so the concept is being shared and agreed on, but the way it's being written is kind of, you know, my ballpark, because, you know, it's just my job, so that's why they leave me on it.
We are happy to have you with us. Really, it's so nice.
Yetzi, I have one last suggestion. Can we change the name from the Amsterdam Constitution to the MOC Constitution?
But we have here EOS Community Constitution.
I was making a joke.
Sometimes a joke too serious, we cannot get it, David.
Yeah.
You're in MOC right now, right?
I'm where?
MOC. M-O-K.
뭐?
Mokum, you mean?
Yeah, the place.
All right, guys. Amsterdam. The Amsterdam people refer to their own town as Mokum. That's what David is referring to. Yes, I'm in Mokum. Yeah, we could change it to the Mokum to the Mokum Constitution. It would be lovely. Thank you.
Mokum is a Yiddish word, and it just means the place, because it was the center of trade for the Yiddish world for many years, and so it just became the place. You know, there, over there, that place. It's the Moscow of the Yiddish world.
Yeah.
All right. So about the votes here is all agree about it.
Agree.
Guys, sorry, I have to leave you at it. I will be kind of logging in later today or tomorrow morning and get the changes done in the constitution. And if you have any further thoughts, just let me know and put like remarks next to the text, and I'll look into that as well. Is that okay?
I think. What do you think if we give you permission for changing?
I don't know. It did change a lot.
You did change a lot in the beginning, I saw. So I would like to talk with another people if they agree. If give permission, then just send an email and I'll leave you permission.
Okay, fine.
What do you guys think?
No problem.
All right. If everyone the same, then Jesse, just send me your email and I will send you permission. You will receive it in an email.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Guys, what about to keep on the call for next 15 minutes at least to discuss and other things, and then just finish and about the next call, where we can make it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Not Wednesday. Tuesday or Thursday are both okay. How about Thursday, so we have enough time to do other things?
Thursday. Let's ask David. David, 你星期四可以来吗？
可以啊，可以啊。但是我在想，如果是今天晚上大家没有时间的话，我们在哪里有个群 Telegram， 我们可以随时的谈论这个问题。我们随时可以交。
我拉你在 Telegram 群里面。
好。
你发给我你的 Telegram 的名字，我拉你 Telegram 群里面就好。
OK， OK， I mean， if Thursday, maybe there has a few days we not talk. We can maybe we not discuss in the room, but discuss in the Telegram.
We can discuss in Telegram, and also you can comment this article. You can leave a comment.
Yes.
And
yes.
Much more clear.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah, like this. So if people have some concerns about some points and do not agree about something, just leave a comment in a Google document. Then it's easier to read and understand what you're talking about, and easier to fix.
Dima, I would very much like you to look at the Korean Constitution when you have time, and look at what we wrote for inflation, and consider adding those 3 lines instead of what we have in the existing Constitution. Replace with what we have in the Korean and add a cap of 5%.
I actually did this. We had a really long talk about this, and I would like to advise you to check the Russian Constitution and do the same, and give me your feedback about it.
All right, I will.
Okay.
So we will exchange our feedbacks. I will write the Korean, you will write Russian, and then we'll find consensus.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I really have to go. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you, Jesse, for hard working. Keep in touch. Thursday 8 p.m. Thursday 8 p.m.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
I love these calls because I am the only native English speaker, and you all have to follow me.
but we are not so bad. Even
you're all very good.
Even Haloshi is good. So you guys doing good, I think.
Oh, there is another question. There are 2 David. That someone called David. I don't know if they're referring to me.
3个 David.
Just call me David Damo.
3个
아, 야,
哦，
两
这
个的
边大吗？两个。
两个。
哦，Max, you can speak Chinese. Max, can you speak Chinese?
Max 会说一点点，
一点点，一点点。
我会说我会说一点儿。Max 会说一点点。
点。
I have a question. Why
Okay.
Justin is so calm today? Justin haven't say a word. Justin, are you with us?
He has quit.
I think he's sleeping.
Yes.
It's he has work most likely.
He writes in chat.
Oh, right. He can chat. So thank you for following us, Justin. Even you are busy, you're with us. It's really cool. Guys, all right. So let's go through it and through all these things, and slowly we're getting forward. So on the next call, we will discuss block producers, liability of developers.
Yes.
And here is WPS again. So I think it's a bit like WPS is a separate. Yeah, it can be like this, and I think no block producer should be allowed to influence them. Yeah, and we can add the thing from the Russian constitution here that the solution can be described in WPS agreement like a separate document.
Yeah.
Intellectual property. So I think if we can make on the next call at least three articles will be good, 3 or 4. Because with the damages and liability, we can have some arguments. I think we can have some.
I can finish damages and liability right now. If you fuck up, you pay.
You are right. Yeah, I agree with you.
Everything else is nonsense.
Yes, I agree with you. There should be some teeth in constitution. If you fucked up, you pay. If you breach the law, then you kicked out.
Yeah, the version 2 really offends me with the no liability for developers. No. In the real world, developers have liability. Why shouldn't they have liability on blockchain?
It's because developers wrote the version 2. That's why.
That's right. That's right. In English, we call that CYA. Cover your ass.
Yeah.
Are we going to do one more clause, or are we going to stop now?
I'm reading right now.
Sorry.
It's yeah, we can discuss. I made a comments here. Block producer agreement. Here we mentioned block producer agreement. It should be an additional document. So this question to Jesse basically because he wrote it. So I would like to discuss these things also with him.
That refers to the reg prod.
Oh, okay. So this is a registration of block producer on chain.
Yeah, the reg prod agreement has a lot of rules for the block producers.
They already have it, right?
Yes, it already exists.
Okay.
Don't delete it. Don't delete. Oh, you deleted it.
Why?
You should have just put in the reply box reg prod. So later the same question doesn't come up again.
Okay, but it's okay.
All right.
Maybe it called not called producer agreement. It called REG producer
Reg prod.
agreement.
So in the then they should say that this here.
Then block
Detail
producer
in-
agreement, parenthesis, reg prod.
I will write down here reg prod. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this.
You can refer. You can. Maybe later I will send you.
Okay. Oh, here is what he said. What he said about this.
Breaching. What is the meaning of?
Violating, breaking.
Breaching
So if
就是
if a
不合
block
法，
啊？
不合法，
不合法啊
不合法的。
violation
嗯哼 ，violation 是说合法或者不合法。
Dima,
嗯
there is a mechanism for removing block producers. It's something like revoke reg prod or revoke prod. I don't think it should be the first punishment. It's very extreme, and the block producers will not be willing to enact it because it's so powerful. And they know that somebody could do it to them. It's probably better to say there'll be warnings, there'll be escalating penalties, financial or... It's sort of like the death penalty. If the death penalty is the only punishment, nobody gets punished. Well, in Russia, everybody gets punished.
But yeah, I understand. What happened if they do devoting a block producer? Where all the votes goes?
They're just they go back to the user.
All votes getting from this block producer back to users, or back to.
So I voted for
proxy,
South
right?
Africa. I voted for EOS Africa. EOS Africa withdrew their reg producer. My votes returned to me.
And proxies as well.
I assume so.
Yeah.
I think block producer will shall not share control with other block producer. This article is very good.
Yes, but how to say, how to give a fact, how to investigate it? Sometimes is, you know what? Some cases we know in right now in the mainnet, but I think many cases which we don't know. Hide it from us.
That's okay. It's illegal for me to steal from someone else. The law exists that I cannot steal, even though the police cannot catch me most of the time. The law still exists. Right now, I could, if I break into my neighbor's house and steal something, if nobody sees me, I will probably not be caught. But it's still a good law.
All right, I understand your point. So there is a room for dark side. The knights come out and mafia start ruling the game.
That's always a risk.
Then because this is our constitution, so we must make it clear that one block producer cannot control another block producer, because this is very important for DPoS, because there are only 21 BP producer. So
Yeah.
I agree. So I agree to write down this article.
Yeah, I agree
We
with
all
David.
agree. We all agree.
Yeah.
But I think
Green, make it
we
green.
should make this article stronger, not even write it. We need to make it, we need to write down what will happen if we see that some block producers control another block producers. So the problem of constitution is enforceable. There is no teeth. We cannot say you. We say you shouldn't do that, but they
Yes, I agree.
They say, what happened if I do that? What can you do for me?
Yes, I agree with you. So I just we need to find a way to identify this or punish this. Another question such as vote buying, etc. So we need to find another way, another method. Maybe in our, I think maybe in our next discussion, we need to add some article to make all constitution enforceable, or can be in practice.
Yes, we need to hook up all these articles with arbitration, and hook up these articles with the voting against, not only for,
yes,
but also should be vote against.
Yes, yes. Maybe I have a method. Okay.
Dima, what you just said was brilliant. What if we had 30 votes and 5 against votes? So a total of 35, 34 BPs and 5 against BPs. And if you want to use any of the 5 against, you have to use all of the 34. But if you use all of your 34, you have 5 against that you can use against bad BPs.
I used to talk about this with the Marty, but this is really brave kind of decision, and is a bit going like is a new concept of voting, and I think it's good because it's like you have on YouTube you can like people, but some people you just don't like, so you can dislike people. This is also the solution. Yeah, I think if there is solution for unvote, like, or then there is a new option, but we need to think about this more longer and try to build different scenarios.
Yes.
Or try this
maybe
on the side chains. This decision, this can be tried on the side chains. We can go on some side chains and ask them to implement this kind of solution of unvoting. So they will try to unvote, and then we will see how it works. Then we can implement this on the mainnet. But this is
I have an idea that that the 15 producer can vote out the BP that do nothing.
I'm having trouble understanding.
Sorry, once again, because your connection is not good.柯老师，我们听到你说什么？我们没听到啊，没听清楚。Cannot hear you.
现在可以清楚吗？现在清楚吗？现在清楚吗？ Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Sorry, my network is not good.
We can understand. I also from China.
我们有2个办法，目前我看到2个办法，一个办法是纽约提出来的2/3多数决可以把做坏事的人踢掉，2/3的 BP 可以把坏事踢掉。另外一个办法是托马斯最近提出来的陪审团制度。Do you know the proposed by Thomas?
No. Can you tell us?
The Korean one?
Korean one?
韩国的。
韩国的yes.
Okay.
Marshall give me the the text. I translate it to Chinese community. So
can you
we
send
have
us text? Share with us.
Okay.
Max and I wrote it, so we don't need it. I'll put a link. I'll put a link in.
David, can you tell us on the words? Yes, I must give you. I must give you a link.
All right.
So there are 2 methods to make it enforceable.
All right. I would like to understand, to listen all the methods, to analyze it by myself as well.
Okay, and I found the link. 对，等一等。
Okay, here it is. So it's
yes,
down.
Dima, you can see the link. Marshall, I just translate it into Chinese.
It starts on the 3rd page, I think. Thoughts on social enforcement. Yeah.
Okay.
Go down.
Go down.
No, Charlie. Thoughts on social enforcement.
Yes, suggest the program. Yes. We can go through suggest the program.
David, there's actually 2 solutions. One is the legal recourse of ECAF, and the other recourse is self-policing, like this.
Yes.
Actually, there was an article wrote by Blockchain Kid. He wrote the article about the whistling. It called it whistlers. I don't know.
Whistleblowers.
Yeah,
whistleblowers.
Yeah, the whistleblowers are the guys who are getting incentives or getting different investigation and facts of breaching of law. And actually, was very popular in USSR before. I remember I was born in USSR, and I remember we had this thing before. So it's basically normal people around, but they get in a really high payment if they we call it knocking on your boss. So for example, if your boss breaching some law, your employees can go to the government or police and tell what he's doing and show the facts. So this keeps everyone straight and everyone in the same frame, so people afraid to breach the law. Because
in USSR they had police. In EOSSR we have no police.
Yes. This is very important.
There's no police in the Soviet Socialist Republic of EOS.
So Marshall has given another method that is another solution, that is ECAF.
Yeah, that would be the police.
Do you know?
So
yeah,
that's what we discussed in Korea. One of the ideas
ECAF can identify.
Find it, please. Share with us. Guys, I think. Yeah. Just let's discuss this, and I think we can finish the call and be ready for next call on Thursday. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
For
listen.何老师继续讲啊，你说的那个东西。
you have Marshall has shown it in the screen. Marshall, maybe Marshall can explain it more clear than me.
You mean Martin?
Marky?
你说 Martin 吗 ？US Nation 的 Martin？
Martin 不是no Martin 那个另外一个 David another David。
Argulis.
Yes, Argulis. Yes, Argulis. Can you help me to explain it to Dima?
Say Damo, it's easier.
All right. David,
okay,
David Margilis, please.
Yeah. Each payment to the BPs is not made immediately. It's put into a 1-week escrow.
All right.
And during that week, the BP can be accused by any other BP for anything.
All right.
Anything. It doesn't have to be a violation of the law. It can be a violation of good behavior.
Or dropping blocks or anything, right?
Yeah, being an asshole, being Denny Wu. Okay, you don't have to break the law. You just have to be a jerk.
Okay.
And then when they file a complaint, they have to put up a 1/100th of what they are trying to burn of yours. So if you earn 3,300, 3,400, each of the two accusers, also BPs, have to put up 34 tokens each that get burned. So it's not free. Then there's a jury of any paid block producer who isn't an accuser or the accused.
Standing
So
by
it's
as well.
random.
Standing by is also involved.
Again?
Standing by block producers is also involved.
Yes.
All
If
right.
they received money, they are included.
All right.
And these 7 random jurors hear the complaint, talk to both sides, and they have 1 week to decide by a 5 out of 7 multi-sig whether it's guilty or not guilty. If he's not guilty, he gets his money back. If he is guilty, that money is burned.
All right. Is it 1 week payment, roughly?
Yes.
7 days.
It could be 1 day payment. If I say I'm going to accuse you, but I only want to freeze 100 of your tokens, that's fine. Or I could accuse you and say, fuck it, you shouldn't have been paid for January. You were in violation for the entire month of January.
But for each accusation, I need to pay 44 US.
I need to pay 1/100th of what I'm accusing you of.
You know what it's lead for? It's lead for Infinity Wars.
No. If you game it out, it's too expensive to make baseless accusations constantly. You could do it 1 or 2 times, but if you attack, say, Huobi, they make too much money in one day for you to attack them 5 days in a row without wiping yourself out.
Yeah, I understand. So they're too big right now for this
Yeah,
scheme.
And Huobi can't attack the small guys because the small guys won't be found guilty and Huobi will have just burned their money for nothing. So this is a way for the other BPs to starve bad behaving BPs.
It's an interesting proposal, actually.
It's, Dima, if you're on the street and you see a man hitting a woman, you might go over there and say, hey, stop it. And you could get hit, but you do it anyway, not because you're going to get rich, but because you want to enforce social behavior. You're not a policeman, so why get involved? But you might. The idea is to use that social pressure to punish the bad behaving BPs.
I need to think about it.
Sure, you have the link.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
got a link. Yeah. Can sit whole night thinking about it.
Damo,
Oh,
Damo. When
Shama.
I introduced this solution to Chinese community, most of the people is the same as Dima.
You're like, oh,
Yeah,
I
they
need
have to think about it.
Yes, he say he will say it's a very interesting. It give us a new idea, new direction. But I need to think about it clearly, more carefully. That's so.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to play with it.
Wait.
Most of them.
I'm thinking from two sides. One
Yes.
side, if that will these blog producers accuse another side, if they will accuse too much. So it should be balanced, you know, because
If they accuse too much, everybody loses.
yeah, everybody lose. But
I
in
don't
such
know
case,
many
there is
people.
no consensus, no agreement between them. They start fighting between each other. It's like infinite wars. If someone start accusing, they can start accusing not because you behave bad, but oh, you're accusing me, I'm accusing you. You're like,
But it's not free.
shoot each other,
It's not
crossfire.
free. And you still have to be found guilty. If you're found innocent, you get your money back, and the accuser lost his money.
Oh, you see, yeah, this is a point. This is a point. But who?
So if I
decides
accuse
guiltiness?
Dima, if I accuse Dima, I make an accusation to Dima. I say Dima is too cute. He can't be a BP.
All right, all right.
Dima goes to court and they say he's not cute. Dima gets his money. My money got burned.
Yes.
Yeah, but who's the court? ICAF?
No, the court is random BPs.
No.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Seven random
Yes.
paid BPs.
Interesting. Random BP
Now-
from 1 to 70, all paid. Who
yeah.
paid, right?
All paid, yeah.
Dima.
Mm.
When I discussed with the Chinese community, they say there is a bug in this solution. That is when 17 random jury 陪审员 jury
Yeah.
Yeah, jury, yeah.
jury was chosen. They do not justice, but they go to talk with Huobi and ask for something. How we can do?
If they do that, the other BPs in the community can make an accusation against the jury members.
It's hard. David, is really hard. If the jury will come to Huobi and say, hey, I gonna vote against you, or you give me
Yes.
something, You give me something, I don't want to vote for you. It's okay.
Yes.
Then it's solution. No one know about it.
Everybody knows about it. It's public.
Yeah, but their decision is not public. Their decision made in their mind.
Yes. Just have a coffee.
Decision made
with
by
each other.
7 in their mind, and they make decision in their mind with already money in the pocket.
I think what's more likely is they will say to Huobi, give me money and I will vote for you. Huobi gives the money and then they don't vote for Huobi.
No, it's not works like this.
It actually does. In the real world, it works like that. This is the way juries work in the real world. If I'm on a jury and I'm going against the person accused is very rich, I could get money from him. But if I'm caught, the penalty to me is very high.
I understand. This is the same whistleblower system as we talked before.
It's similar, but whistleblowers rely on ECAF.
I think rely on 7 juries is hard.
It's better than nothing.
The ECAF is when we
Putin.
with the thing is that how we choose how we can build the ECAF, or that is how ECAF is selected.
Yeah, this is another question I think we need to talk. ECAF should be chosen by referendum and by community. And this is a big question. I think is not for this time.
Yes.
Guys, I prefer go with agenda and with the constitution. This proposal is interesting, but really, if 7 juries can be accused, can be involved in a collusion, then it's hard to check it, hard to find out about it.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I would like you to think about it and think about what happens with juries in the real world.
I only saw in the movies what happened with them. It was not nice end. It was bad end.
In Chinese.
I can't hear.
There are few jury.
Guys, I need to go. I need to go. I really need to go.
Okay.
I recorded this this call. Start from discussing WPS and inflation, and I would like to say everyone goodbye. Thank you for the call, and I will keep log and a post log, and they will put the call on YouTube so everyone can see it, and the log from the chat I will put in our group chat in Telegram.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Okie dokie.
So then thank you everyone. Keep in touch and see you Thursday 8 p.m.
All right. До свидания.
Bye.
Bye guys. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Thank you.